Hey guys, I'm Glitter Valkyrie, and today we're going to summon on the new Heroes and Ascended Joshua banner. I was not expecting a Sacred Stones banner this soon, but I am here for it. I love these characters so much, and I'm really hoping that we can get them today. So we will talk about this banner as we go along, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so our plan for today is going to be to pull green and colorless. And that is really just because I really want to maximize my chances of getting the units that I want the most on this banner. I had Rennick on my bingo board last year and this year, so it's a really good start for the year, and I am just so excited that he is finally here. And to be quite honest, I love everything about him. I think that his art is so incredibly well done. I do think that he's going to be really useful as an infantry green dagger, and I have a lot of ideas for builds for him that I'm really excited to try out. So I really want to get him, but I want to get Joshua as well, and I really do love them equally. And I never imagined in a million years that we would get Ascended Joshua, but I am so happy that he is here. I think that his art is honestly some of the best in the entire game. It's just so detailed, and the colors are so rich and beautiful, and it fits the theme of Johanna, and I just cannot say enough wonderful things about what they did. I also think that he is going to be very powerful in his own right. I think that his C skill is actually going to be fairly useful. I guess time will tell, but anything that can help with all of the Ascended Fjorms out there, I think that's going to be very useful. So yeah, I am super excited that he is here. And if we get to the 40 and we don't get anything, I think that we'll have to take Joshua just because I think that those florets are so incredibly valuable. And while I love them equally, I think that he's probably the smartest choice if we don't get anything. But hopefully it won't come to that. And you know what? Natasha is here, so she can guide him home. So yeah, that's definitely what I want the most on the banner, but I have not yet talked about Naomi and Colm, and it's perfect that they came together because they really are a package deal. And to be honest, I did not use them in Sacred Stones, and that's why I'm passing up on them today. But I love what they did with the art. It was like a total glow up, and it's really what I love about Fire Emblem Heroes art. They take kind of the basic designs and they really make them just so beautiful and detailed, and they really elevate the kind of the source art. So I'm really happy with what they did, and I'd love to get them passively later, but I really want to maximize my chance of getting Joshua and Rennick. So yeah, I think that does cover everybody. And we can probably answer some viewer questions now. And as always, if I didn't get to your question, I am so sorry. I will try to answer in a future one. And if you think of a question you want to ask me, just leave in the comments with #question, and I will put your question on my list. And I feel like I should also apologize. If I keep missing yours, just let me know. I have like this massive list of questions on my screen, and I'm kind of like looking back and forth between my summoning screen and the list of questions, and I honestly just pick the one that catches my eye first. So if I keep missing yours, I am so sorry, and just let me know. So let's go ahead and answer our first one, and this comes from Federico Mancini, and they ask, have you ever thought about doing some guides for newer players if it's not too much of a bot? Oh my goodness. We got Ranulf. You know what? I know some people wouldn't be excited, but I am super excited about this. And he is plus speed. And the one that I run is plus attack, so I will have to think about this. But I love Ranulf. He is one of my favorite beast units, and I'm pretty sure mine is like plus 6. Not on purpose, but he is just plus 6. So this might be plus 7. And, you know, when I was playing with him as my bonus unit in the Tempest Trials, it really struck me that his stat line is so similar to, like, just an unmerged Liar that he really needs a bit of a boost. So I'm really hoping that he'll get a Refine or maybe a Resplendent form in the future so that he can keep up, because I absolutely love that character. So getting back to this lucky question from Federico, they asked if I thought about doing guides for newer players and if I know or like Kingdom Hearts. Okay, so when I first started my channel, I really thought that I was just going to do everything, and viewer guides were actually on that list. But now, you know, I'm not a very analytical person, so I don't feel like I'm the authority or best person to give advice. I won't like completely rule it out, but I feel like if you need that kind of content, Phoenix Master 1 just does the absolute most amazing job. He got me through a ton of content when I was brand new. So I think that he's probably the go-to person, and I probably couldn't add much to that kind of niche. But if I think of like something that's a little bit different, maybe I would do it in the future. But that's kind of how I feel about it. Phoenix Master 1 just does such a good job. And as for your second question about Kingdom Hearts, yes, I do know what it is, but I've never actually played it. And, oh gosh, another Natasha. Hopefully it's a good sign. Yeah, I've never played Kingdom Hearts, and I know why everybody was so excited about Sora being in Smash, but maybe one day I'll get to play it and I'll be excited too. But thank you for that very lucky question. And the next question that we have today comes from Demos148, and they ask, who is the strongest character in the game at the moment, and who is most worth putting at plus 10? Because I don't know if it's worth it to invest in my Brave Hector. Okay, so honestly, Brave Hector is a great choice, I think. I think that he... Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, we got him. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I love his art so, so much. Oh my gosh. And we got a Floret. And he is minus attack, but I love him forever. I am so, so happy that he came home. So we will just keep going with this lucky question from Demos148. I would say that Brave Hector is a great choice for plus 10. He still holds up to this day. He's so incredibly strong. But the strongest character in the game, I'd have to say, is probably Crunchy Edelgard. I'm not going to advocate for plus 10ing her because she is good at zero merges, but she's probably the strongest character in the game. But other ones that I think are really good are Brave Erica and Brave Marth, and they're guaranteed to come up a bunch of times because they are Brave units. So I guess those are some to consider, but at the end of the day, the advice that I would give to you is build your favorites, because there's always going to be power creep, and if you build a character that is meta like right now, they may not be in the future, and you may not enjoy them as much when you see that a stronger character comes out in like 3 months from now. So yeah, that's my advice. Build your favorites because they will always withstand the test of time, and you will love using them. But thank you for that very lucky question. Okay, let's see if we can get Rennick. Okay, smoke. Oh no, ew, no, that's Surtur, ew. Oh no. Oh, well, that happened. And he is minus attack. That is a very fitting Surtur. This is like, it's not like a completely cursed session because we got Joshua and we got Ranulph as well, so it's kind of blessed too. So this is a blessed session. But hopefully he didn't like drive away all the good luck. But let's go ahead and answer another question, and this comes from Gavin Moyse. And they ask, if Sarah or Larashel didn't exist in Fae or any Fire Emblem game, who would your favorite character be? Oh gosh, that's really tough. I'm going to exclude husbandos because if we're talking about like purely why I like a character for like their growth and everything, I think that my answer would be Marianne, and that's just because she is a character that I identify with so much. I'm someone who's really shy. It's something that has kind of gotten better over time as I've gotten older, but I'm still really shy. But I've kind of made peace with it, and I have become a little bit more confident, and so I kind of see myself in her journey a little bit. I love animals, and I also really love her design and all of her interactions in Three Houses. And I think that if Three Houses had been my first game, she probably would have been my favorite. So yes, I would say her, but if we're also including husbandos, I think that Claude would definitely be up there. I also really love Xander and Chrom as well. But thank you for that great question. And the next question that we have today comes from two people, actually. This comes from Raven5751 and Awesome Akuz13. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And they ask, how do you feel about the sparking system for legendary, mythic, and special heroes being locked behind Fae Pass? And what do you think IS could have done to introduce the sparking system to 3 banners? Okay, so I really have a lot of mixed feelings about this. I do wish that the sparking were available for everybody because I really do feel like it's a win-win at the end of the day, and it could entice some players that would not have spent otherwise to maybe buy like a small pack just so that they could have enough to spark on a banner for a character that they love. I really wish that that were the case, but it is not, and I really don't love that some of the quality of life things are locked behind Fay Pass. But it is what it is. But I will say that I do feel like Fay Pass did need more to kind of sell the product and kind of entice players to get it. Because I will admit, there were months where it was like 2 back-to-back resplendents that I didn't like. And I would think, like, is this really worth it? But then they would add a character that I love, and I love the vast majority of the art with Fay Pass, and I do like some of the other perks, like having extra summoner supports, so that's why I've kept it, and now I definitely want to keep it, because as a content creator, it gives me more opportunities to make fun content and just kind of kick back and relax, knowing that at the end of the day we will have a spark, and we can just chill and talk and have a good time. So yes, it's very long-winded, but that's my that's kind of my mixed opinion about Fay Pass. But yes, I do wish it were available for everybody. But thank you for that great question. And the next question that we have today comes from Toffendel, and they ask, do you hope that the next Fire Emblem game has another customizable avatar? So this might be surprising, but not really, actually. I am not someone that feels like I need to be inserted into a game to enjoy it. I actually really love the older games, in spite of the fact that we really weren't a part of it. I guess with Mark, you are the tactician for the game, but you're really kind of separate, and I'm totally fine with that because I love pairing up all the other characters like Larshel and Ephraim or Sarah and Urk, and I don't necessarily need to be a part of it. But if, oh, okay. We got Brave Edelgard. Okay. All right, let's check IVs. And she is plus HP. I have made my thoughts about Edelgard known, but it's a 5-star. And she's a very strong unit. But we will just keep going for any colorless or green that we see until we get to Spark. And let's get back to this lucky question from Toffendel about the customizable avatars. If we do, for some reason, get an avatar in the next one, yes, I guess I would prefer that we can choose the way it looks. But I really don't need an avatar character in Fire Emblem to enjoy it. But thank you for that great question. And we get a Gunter. All right, we will pull this colorless, and we may end up backing out for like another green, but we'll see. Okay, smoke. Please be Joshua. I would love a merge. And we get a Matthew. All right, so I know it's silly, but I really want to maximize my chances of getting both of them. Maybe a merge for Joshua. So we are going to do all of these except for the red. And let's go ahead and answer one more question. And this comes from Reaperoth Gaming. And they ask, do you think that we will get an Ascended Veronica or Alphonse with the new book? So I think that Ascended Veronica is a definite possibility. I think she is more front and center with the story now for a reason. And I think that it's very likely that she will get an Ascended form. I think that Alphonse, I'm not sure about him if they're going to do that because then they have to do it for the entire trio. But it's certainly possible. But yeah, I could definitely see Veronica sometime in this book. But thank you for that great question. And we get an Arthur. Well, it looks like we will be sparking for Rennick. And it's very fitting, actually, because I think he's probably just very afraid of all the Lara shells in my barracks. But we can make him come home, so that's totally fine. And we get Alina. So we will back out. And let's go ahead and make Rennick come home. I feel like this is extremely fitting. Yay! He came home even though he didn't want to, and I love that art so, so much. And we get the thing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end things here. I got everybody that I wanted the most, so I am so happy. I do want to wish you all the best of luck with your tickets. I really hope that they bring you everything that you are looking for. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.